Hi, everyone, and welcome back to the Post-Gazette Pirates YouTube channel. Colin Beazley here for this week's Pirates Farm Report, where we recap everything that happened in the Pirates minor league system over the last week. We'll give you some information on all four of the Pirates' full season minor league affiliates, give you a top story, catch you up on how all these teams are doing, and then we'll finish up with a starting nine, where I give you guys 9 players who excelled or didn't excel, 9 of the top storylines from the past week in the Pirates minor league system. Before we start, I wanted to give you guys a reminder that if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel, and feel free to subscribe to the Post-Gazette. We have all sorts of articles, some that don't make it onto YouTube, some that do. We have coverage of every single Pirates game, home and away. Noah's currently in Milwaukee for this 3-game set against the Brewers, which they're a game in if you're watching this on Tuesday morning. But obviously this will be accessible to you whenever you'd like to watch it. Post-Gazette also has coverage of all things that aren't sports, though we do give you unmatched Pittsburgh sports content. So don't forget to subscribe. Without further ado, let's get into this week's Pirates Farm Report, where the top story is one that I think would be interesting to pretty much anyone who follows Pirates baseball, follows the Pirates minor league system, regardless of whether you focus on the minors or not, because it involves the Pirates' top prospect, Bubba Chandler. Bubba Chandler, as you guys may know, he's a 22-year-old right-hander currently pitching in Triple-A Indianapolis, where for much of this season he excelled. He was absolutely outstanding in March, April, and May. It seemed like a big league call-up was only a matter of time. We've heard calls to call up Bubba pretty much any time a transaction is made. People are hoping that this is the time that Bubba Chandler makes his big league debut because, frankly, he's been dominant. He's got Skeens-like velocity. He's got a number of off-speed pitches that are really, really effective. He's been really, really good, and for the first 2+ months of the season, he had an ERA around 2 in Triple-A Indianapolis. So it seemed like a big league call-up was only a matter of time. However, June has not been the same Bubba Chandler. It's been a little bit different out of him lately. In 4 June starts, Bubba Chandler has a 10.61 ERA. Repeat, 10.61 in 4 June starts, raising his season ERA to 3.41. Here's how it happened. In his first June start, he only pitched 2 innings and allowed 3 runs. In his second June start, this was by far his least effective. He wasn't able to complete an inning. He pitched 2/3 of an inning and walked 4 batters before he was pulled. We were worried that there might be an injury there. He was fine. It's simply he was throwing too many pitches, so the team pulled him. His third start, which was on Tuesday, there were some positives to be made of it. He completed 4 innings and only allowed 2 runs, though he did give up 5 hits, which is something a little uncharacteristic of how Chandler had pitched early this year. Then Sunday happened, and on Sunday he pitched 2 2/3 innings. He allowed 5 more hits, and he gave up 6 earned runs. We'll say the biggest knock in that outing was a 3-run home run by Guardians outfielder Jhonkensy Noel, better known as Big Christmas. So that is a big league bat, but still, it's not a result that you want out of any minor league pitcher, let alone right-hander Bubba Chandler. So what's the cause of it? What's going on? And Chandler is really the only one that knows exactly what's going on, but at least looking at box scores and looking at the report, the issues are command and hard contact. Command, obviously 4 walks in 1 inning, as he had a couple of weeks ago, was not ideal, but hard contact is something that's a little bit new. He gave up 5 or more hits just twice this season, and then he did that twice this week. And on Sunday, looking at that outing, the Columbus Clippers, I believe, they swung 23 times against him, and they only had 1 whiff. Big reason for that is they're looking for his fastball. They're hunting his fastball. They're hunting changeups, and they're frankly ignoring his slider. Just 4 of the 12 sliders Chandler threw in that outing were for strikes. They knew that he wasn't able to find it, so they were able to sit on his fastball, which, while it does have elite velocity, it did get over 100 miles an hour in that start. It's very timeable when the off-speed pitches aren't there. What does it mean? Hopefully not that much long term. It could just be a blip. Chandler is still expected to debut at some point this year, but right now he's not exactly banging the door down the way he was earlier this season. Getting to some teams, our team of the week this week is the Greensboro Grasshoppers, who took 5 of 6 against Greenville, and they've won 11 and 13 of their last 13 games. To get into some records, Triple-A Indianapolis is 42 and 32. They're in second place in the International League. Double-A Antwone is 30 and 38. They're fifth place in the Eastern League Southwest Division. High-A Greensboro is by far the best of the Pirates affiliates. They're 45 and 20. Low-A Bradenton is 30 and 36 in fifth place in the Florida State League's West Division. This week was interesting because it was the last week of the first half in most of these minor league affiliates. High-A Greensboro came just a half game away from winning the South Atlantic League's North Division. They ended up finishing a half game away from Brooklyn, the New York Mets affiliate, and that came because they had a rainout a couple of weeks ago. We'll get into this week's starting 9, but first I want to give the floor to our presenting sponsor, Greenwald Roofing.
Hey, Pittsburgh. When you think of great roofs, you think Greenwald Roofing Company. With over 20 years experience, Greenwald knows your roof is your home's first line of defense from rain, wind, snow, and ice. That's why Greenwald Roofing's standard for perfection is so important. You can trust that their team of experienced installers will treat your property like it's their own. When it comes to roof replacements, Greenwald Roofing is Pittsburgh's only choice. Visit greenwaldroofing.com today or call 412-314-8882 to schedule your free estimate. PA contractor number 36262.
Not my finest ad plug there, but thank you to our sponsors. Now to get into our starting 9 this week, we started off with Billy Cook, who was a big leaguer as of 2 days ago. He was here while Brian Reynolds was on paternity leave. He's the Pirates' number 18 prospect, and he's hitting .434 in Triple-A this month, which is the second best June average among all minor leaguers. He went 2 for 6 in the big leagues, so just swinging a good bat right now. Second, Nick Solak, another guy who was recently in the big leagues. He's 30, but he's continued to crush minor league pitching since he re-signed with the Indians on a minor league deal. Batting .365 this season and currently has a 10-game hitting streak during which he's hitting .351. Third is Dauri Moreta, who that's a name that hasn't been heard among the big leagues recently, but he is fully healthy from Tommy John surgery, and he's currently pitching in Indianapolis. He's fully healthy, can return whenever the Pirates decide that they need him. In his last 6 appearances with Indianapolis, he's completed 8 innings and has not allowed a run. He's only allowed 4 hits. Fourth, another guy in Indy, second baseman Ronny Simon. He was a waiver claim at the end of May. He's hitting .268 with 3 doubles, 2 home runs, and 7 RBIs since joining Indianapolis on June 5th. Fifth, going down to Double-A, Termarr Johnson, the Pirates' number 4 overall prospect and a top 100 prospect nationally. He's hitting .300 in his last 13 games. He's batting .249 this season with 7 doubles, 2 triples, 7 homers, and 21 RBIs. Sixth is a guy who's making the move up from High-A to Double-A, Antwone Kelly, a 21-year-old right-hander, threw 4 shutout innings on Saturday with Greensboro and earned a promotion to Double-A Altoona, so he will be with the Curve for the second half of the season. Seventh, another recently promoted minor leaguer, Konnor Griffin, the number 2 prospect in the Pirates system. He has continued to rake even after his promotion to Greensboro. He's got 30 hits this month across Low-A and High-A, which is tied for the minor league high. In June, he's batting .411, which is the 9th best mark in the minor leagues. Eighth is Esmerlyn Valdez, an outfielder with High-A Greensboro, another 21-year-old. 3 more homers this week. He's now has a minor league high 19 home runs. He's also on a 16-game on-base streak, batting .391 with 8 doubles, a triple, 4 homers, and 15 RBIs in that span. He's another guy that hopefully we'll get to see at a higher level in Double-A Altoona sometime soon. Finally, one last recently promoted guy, Edward Florentino. He's an outfielder and first baseman, now at Low-A Bradenton, the Pirates' number 23 overall prospect. When he was promoted from the Florida Complex League to Bradenton, he led the FCL in slugging with a .642 slugging percentage and OPS with a .1084 OPS. And he ranked second in the FCL with a .347 batting average and 6 home runs. That'll do it for this week's Pirates Farm Report. Thank you guys for watching, and we will see you guys soon.
Thank you for checking out this content from Post-Gazette Sports. If you watch this video on YouTube, please like the video and subscribe to our channel. For all of the sports coverage the Post-Gazette has to offer, visit post-gazette.com.